Sectional played on Tuesday, March 17th against the Huskies of Naperville North and the Maroons of Elgin High School. A couple of exciting teams that have enjoyed wonderful seasons. The Maroons have won their most games in any single season with 29 victories. They feature Sean Harrington, the second leading scorer of all time in EHS history and the all-time free throw tosser. Also, his dad, Jim, is the coach for the Maroons. The Naperville North squad has won 11 in a row. That's a school record. And their 25 victories is just one shy of the school record as well. Jim Hawkins is with us as we talk with him. Jim, of course, known throughout the Fox Valley area. He graduated from Larkin High School, works at EHS, and also is the admissions man for Aurora University. So you are well known throughout all of Chicagoland.
Well, I get around. Let's just say that.
We are going to be enjoying a very outstanding game, of course. We're going to join the national anthem here, stand with everybody else. We should have just about a full house of 5,000 plus folks here at Chick Evans Fieldhouse. We'll have the anthem, then we'll have introduction of all players involved for both the Huskies and for the Maroons on this super sectional night. But let's, with everybody else, stand as one and enjoy the national anthem. There's our first quiz of the game. Did you hear that last note? We're going to be directly in front, broadcast-wise, here at Chick Evans of the Naperville North Husky fans. Their student section is going to make a lot of noise. You get a chance to see the Elgin Maroon bench right there. We'll show you the mascots for the Huskies here as we talk with the good folks at the Jones and Cable in Naperville as well as I should say, as our home base in Elgin and South Elgin. We're going to get the introduction of everybody that suits up here tonight. All 15 players for the Huskies, all 15 players for the Maroons. And Jim, again, it's been, well, teams that have really dominated their play in regional and sectional play, and both were seeded #1, so they really should be here on this Tuesday night.
Yeah, congratulations to both teams. I know they worked very hard this season. The records show it, and this is going to be a heck of a ball game.
No question about that. Of course, for the Maroons, they hosted their own first couple of regional games, knocked off Lake Park by a bunch, and they defeated Schaumburg, we should say, by a whole lot. Then traveled to John Hersey High School, knocked off Hoffman Estates, and Rolling Meadows gave them somewhat of a battle, an 80-65 victory back on Friday, March 13th. For Naperville North, they, of course, knocked off IMSA back on the 3rd, it would have been, by a rather easy score of 83-69. Defeated Wheaton North to win the regional. Defeated number 3 seed Naperville Central 71-63. Then on Friday the 13th, for the 3rd time this year, defeated West Aurora. They trailed early, did Naperville North. You see the starting 5 right there. Chad Plotke, the second leading scorer, at 19.9 points per game. He'll be out there. Phil Torres, who didn't start until about the 5th game of the year, averages about 10 points a game. Dan Fries is a center at 6'3". Jim Chippetta, 5'9" junior, is the point guard. And of course, Henry Dahmerkamp is so outstanding. Henry averages just over 20 points a game for this Husky team and is their mainstay out there as quickness and point scoring ability is concerned. For the Maroons, we'll see the introduction of their starting 5, which changed back in the 22nd game of the year when they started a couple of the sophomores for the first time. Marcus Smallwood would be one, and Marcus Howard would be the other. We get the introduction of all 15 players now. Mike Roth, who will see quite a bit of playing time out there. Dustin Ackman off the bench, who's also really the number 9 man. And Jim Ebert will see quite a bit of action. The Maroons basically 3 deep in game situations. They have played everybody in countless games this year. But as you know, Jim, they've had some relatively easy victories that has allowed them to play 15 and at one point early in the year to play all 17 bodies for a couple of games.
Well, I think that's, Jeff, I think that's a luxury for a coach to be able to reach out to his bench when you've got a lead like Elgin's had in some of the games that they've had, to play all 15 players, give them some experience, and I think that may make a difference in a ball game. We've seen it already, and we may see it again tonight.
Matt Ludeman will start. Matt is number 1 in his class at 660 students. Brett Gooden, who is the number 9 leading scorer of all time, and Mike Pass Flynn Robinson, the former Chicago Bull, here tonight. Start up front, Marcus Smallwood, one of the sophomores we talked about. Sean Harrington averaging nearly 23 points a game. He can go to any college he wants when he graduates from Elgin High School next season, not this. And Marcus Howard, just a south. He's starting, as we mentioned, starting with game number 22. The Maroons are 29-1 on the season. The Huskies of Naperville North, as we mentioned, are 25-3. And we're just about ready for super sectional basketball action. The winner will advance to play Friday in the very first game from the Carver Arena. They will play at 12:15 against Whitney Young. You might have seen on television the other day on CLTV. Whitney Young defeating King for the Public League Championship on Sunday afternoon. It's going to be a formidable task, but either team, whatever team wins here, when they go up against Young, they have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Absolutely. I don't think either one of these teams would mind playing again on Friday. It's a dream. It's a dream for them.
Just to walk on the floor for many years in Champaign, now for the last 4 in Peoria, just to make the walk onto that floor, and it very is much of a March Madness happening that takes place down in Peoria for IHSA action. And Sean Harrington also will be involved in the 3-point shootout when he gets down to Peoria as well. Well, let's go. Again, we welcome our Jones Intercable customers in Naperville. Of course, our home base in Elgin and South Elgin for exciting Maroon basketball, and Naperville North. That's the encounter here tonight. We're ready to go. Our vantage point will not allow us to see around the referee, the 3 refs here, but the tip is going to be controlled by the Maroons. Gooden's got the basketball again. He's the senior. Now to Sean Harrington. Harrington out on top, dribbles left, and it's put up and in by Sean. Was it not on that right side?
Absolutely.
Harrington the 2. A quick start by the junior. Watch him all night long. Chiappetta will bring it up. Point guard he is at 5'9", the junior. Down low they'll work it now to Frizz. Frizz out on top, Chiappetta. Chiappetta surmising a little bit. There's Plotke with the dribble drive, and Chad puts it up and in. Plotke, we should say, 6'3" senior. 2-2 is the count. Harrington.
I think we're going to want to take a look at Smallwood, the matchup with Smallwood tonight, see what he can do. He's got a kind of a sore ankle he's been nursing, and we'll see how much that's going to play into this game.
Marcus number got it right now. There's a matchup you talked about, Jim Hawkins. Smallwood up and in. No ouch on the ankle that time. Maroons lead 4-2. We play just a minute here at Chick Evans Fieldhouse. There's Chiappetta, long jumper, swish. Is that a 3? Yes, it is. The 5'9" junior for the Huskies makes it 5-4. Naperville North quickly up court. Harrington wants to answer that. Off-balance shot. No, sir. Rebound tapped around. Tapped out to no one. Who's got it? Harrington. Down low, open. Gooden. In. First 2 by Gooden. 3 Maroons have scored. You see the 6-5 advantage for the Maroons. 6:35, first stanza remaining. Chiappetta looks to Coach Lindo there. Coach Lindo knows this area. He's done some color commentary work with Bill Baker on the Northern Illinois network, has he not? Radio over the years. Down low, they will work it, and it put up and in by Chad. Plotke for his second basket, 4th point. We seesaw. North has the lead, 7-6. Harrington will bring it up. Picked up by Henry in backcourt. There's a great matchup right there. Couple of outstanding players in Kane County and DuPage County. There's a dribble drive by Harrington. You see why he's amongst the best. Off and in. His second basket. Seesaws the other way.
Yeah, he knows how to make some things happen there, and he's going to push it as much as he can tonight. That's what his dad wants him to do.
Friends a jumper. Sorry, Jim. Rebound battle for taken down by Gooden. He'll dish it back to Sean. Harrington will bring it up. He's fouled right there. So that on Henry out on top. Not in the act of shooting. Not in the bonus yet. foul against the Huskies. Cat picks up that foul. And the Maroons will inbound here in forecourt, near side. Ludeman will do so. Ludeman coming off his best game ever, 13 points against Rolling Meadows in the sectional championship on Friday last. Harrington out on top. Cat guards him. Howard nearly out of territory, out of your screen there a little bit. To Smallwood, down low to Gooden, rejected by Cat. Taken down by Ludeman. Back to Gooden. He's triple teamed in a wedge. Can he get through? No. Stolen by Plucky, thrown back by Gooden. To Smallwood, will he jam it? Puts it up, misses. Tap, no. Rebound taken down by the Huskies. Great battle there. To Chiappetta. Chiappetta up quickly into forecourt. Spins around again. Throws it away, but we didn't hear a whistle actually. Some kind of violation. What was it, Jim Hawkins?
Yeah, it looked like a foul. It might have been on Harrington.
So let's see what they call. 5:12 remain in the first quarter. Super sectional basketball coming away here on Jones Intercable. 5:12 remaining in the first stanza. As we mentioned, I didn't hear who was on.
Foul's on Brent Gooden.
All right, Gooden gets the foul. Huskies will inbound. They inbound now to Torres, who's been quiet. Torres in the lane. He'll dish it down low, put up and in by Dan Frizz, who doesn't score all that much, averaging about 3 points a game. Huskies back on top, 9-8. And here comes Harrington. Harrington, left-handed dribble, length of the court. Dish it backwards. Ludeman, land of three, rims it. No. Rebound taken down by the Huskies. And Plutke. Outlet. Chiappetta down low in the crowd. Torres has it rejected. Did he not? Does he get it back? He'll be fouled. Foul's going to be against the Maroons. Phil Torres will go to the line. Well, action there. You see Henry. Henry didn't get that foul, but the Huskies will go to the line. You see some of the crowd there in the background as we see the mass here at Chick Evans Fieldhouse. Torres will go to the line. We've got our Jones Intercable camera crew down there. Occasionally they have to battle through a body or two as we want to see Phil at that charity line. This is what it's all about. Exciting high school super sectional play, a full house. Dreams of a lot of kids right here court side.
Absolutely. This is the kind of thing kids grow up thinking about.
And a lot of announcers too, Jim. No question about that. Phil's first, becomes the fourth Husky in the scoring column. Naperville North now leads by 3, 11-8. And have a substitution coming in off the bench. In just a moment, we'll tell you about that. Forecourt, Marcus Howard. Marcus doesn't shoot a lot as a sophomore, but can't hit the outside shot. Jim Ebert's in there for the first time. That was a substitute. And Harrington land of three. It's short. Rebound taken down by Jordan Munson for the Huskies. Jordan brings it up on the left side. One-on-one with Gooden. Out on top to Chiappetta. Chiappetta will angle for the right side. He's guarded by Harrington, as you see, deep in the right corner. Chiappetta out on top with a pass to Monson. Long jumper. No, sir. Rebound taken down by Harrington in the gallop. Baseball toss to Gooden. Can he get it? No, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by a Husky. Monson touched that last. Good defense and a long pass.
Good hustle. It looks like they're trying to push that ball up the court. Naperville North is quite an athletic team here. They're running with them. They're doing everything they need to do. And right now it looks like Elgin's got to settle down here and play some basketball.
Sean will inbound. The Maroons trail 11-8 to the Huskies. Gets it to Ebert. Ebert started the first 21 games of the year. Down low to Smallwood. Smallwood reverse it up and in. Playing on that ankle, not affecting him. Smallwood second basket, fourth point. Husky lead is now 1 with 3:45 first quarter remaining. Chiappetta across the timeline. Looks left, looks right, spins around himself. He's in the lane. Can he get loose? Has it rejected by Smallwood. Smallwood gets it to Harrington, and with that rejection, ties the all-time Elgin High School record for block shots. Does Marcus Smallwood with 114. Long jumper, Ludeman, three, it rims it. No, Ebert, the board, has it knocked away and taken away by the Huskies, and there's a foul by Ludeman. After Glenn Earl brought that up court, Matt Ludeman the foul, and Ebert probably should have just put that back up, but he brought it back down a little bit, and that's when a Husky could latch onto it, knock it away.
I think he was in a bad spot there. He was directly under the basket and had a little problem with it, and he tried to get a little better position. That's when he got caught up.
So the Huskies have gone a couple deep on their bench here in the first 5 minutes almost of game action. Inbounding on that far side will be the 6'1" junior, Glenn Earl. He does do it just out of your picture at home, but there Chiappetta comes into the frame. There's Henry with the dribble drive. He's going one-on-one with Ludeman. He'll take a long popper. It is good. It's three.
What a nice look at the basket there.
Dommercat with the three, and it's 14-10 Huskies. Harrington in a crowd, force it. No, rebound there. Dommercat. Henry might go coast to coast. He will. Can he put it up? He does. He's got 5 points. Huskies by 6. Fast-paced first quarter. Marcus Howard in the lane. Force it up. Shot. No. Rebound taken down by Smallwood. Puts it back up. 6 points by Marcus Smallwood.
Beautiful jump hook there.
It really was. Reminiscent of another generation. Geppetta down low. Acceleration up. Shot. No, but he'll draw the foul. You saw that battling down there. He's just a junior point guard for these Huskies. But Jim will go to the line after the foul was whistled on who?
Looked like Smallwood.
It is on Marcus Smallwood. Dustin Ackman pops off the bench for Jim Harrington's troop. Again, we should say the winner will play Friday afternoon in Peoria against Whitney Young, #1 team public league-wise, #2 team in the nation according to the USA Today. You've heard about their 5 Division I players. They're all starters. So this team, whoever wins here tonight at the Calb, has a mountain to climb on Friday, but both would give their right arm almost to climb that mountain potentially.
You bet. It's the challenge. It is the mountain. It's a challenge worth the risk.
Misses that charity toss. Sorry, Jim. 16-12 the count is. Huskies on top here. High scoring first quarter. 2:31 remain as you enjoy this on Jones Intercable. Having away at Elgin in South Elgin, as we always do on Channel 4. And we have our good friends at Jones Intercable in Naperville watching this tape delay broadcast as well. They're seeing Sean Harrington, #24 for the Maroons, perhaps for the first time this year. Harrington across the timeline. There's a steal. It is stolen by the Huskies and stopped by Dommercat. He now has 7. 19-12. Huskies on top. Harrington right of the lane. Goes to Howard. Land of 3. Swish Marcus Howard for 3. That was a key one for the Maroons after they fell behind by 7. Geppetta, we should say, misses that shot too far under. Geppetta missed that. Ebert got the board. Harrington is going to bounce into a body blocking foul. Whistle that against the Huskies and Glenn Earl. And this is fast-paced action, which would favor the Huskies.
Boy, I tell you what, I have not seen Naperville North, and boy, are they an athletic team. Big in size and quick.
They, of course, won the DuPage Valley Conference. They weren't expected to win 20 games, but they did for the 7th consecutive year and got better as the year went on. And they're very good at 25-3. They won 11 in a row. They defeated West Aurora 3 times this year. They did lose to St. Charles. Those are like opponents for both teams here. Mike Roth, the 5'11 senior, comes off the bench for the Maroons. And Ludeman sits down. And we got another substitution. We'll catch that in just a moment. Tom Gebby will check in, 6'1 senior for the Huskies. Harrington far side. His team trailing by 4. Harrington's now, what do we got? Oh, what was that? Was that a 5-second count? Oh, that was quick. Harrington on that far side called for the 5. Inbounding it will be Earl for the Huskies. And back in is Geppetta, the junior point guard. #10 he wears on the orange and blue color scheme of things in white for the Huskies. And other substitutions coming in, and we all set out there. And we're set to play basketball. 1:40 remain in the first quarter. Geppetta brings the basketball up. Point guard for the Huskies. Looks to his left to dish it that way now. Pass out on top goes to Torres. Torres in the land of 3, as you can see. He's guarded by Dustin Ackman for the Maroons. Torres gets open on the wing, won't take the shot, wants to go deeper. His shot is rejected, but I didn't hear that whistle that time. And there will be a foul whistled at probably on number 30. You see Dustin Ackman for the Maroons, and Phil Torres should go to the free throw line. Well, we've hardly got a chance to get settled here, Jim, as this has been an extremely fast pace. I've had a chance for Elgin Radio to do most of the games this year for the Maroons, and of the quarters this year, lots of points, lots of up and down court action for Elgin.
Naperville North is showing a lot of composure out here. Elgin just simply hasn't found exactly what they're looking for yet.
But again, the Maroons have been an incredible third quarter team. They have really turned games around, playing poorly in the first half in recent times, not for the whole year, and then had incredible third stanzas, especially in the regional and sectionals. Torres makes them both. 21-15 the count. Basketball was batted up there, but retained by Sean Harrington, who has 4 points on this Tuesday night. Harrington across that timeline, he'll bring it. He's guarded by Jordan Monson. Harrington in the lane. Harrington left of it. Force an up shot. No. Tapped around. Taken down. Dahmer Kent. He'll bring it out himself. Henry will with 7 points. Top the key. He might want to have a 3 here. Go tricky dribble. No advantage. Good defense by Marcus Howard. They go to the right side. No shot there by Torres. Down low to Henry. Can he wedge his way in? He can. 9 points by Henry. Dahmer Kent now with the 9. 23-15. The Maroons trail by 8.
See Smallwood coming back in.
For Maroon fans, they watch this on tape delay, but the Maroons did trail by 9 on 2 occasions in the sectional championship play at Hersey High School against Rolling Meadows, so they are capable of that comeback. Just assessing. Mike Roth will inbound on the far side with 43 seconds of the quarter remaining. Roth will inbound to Harrington. Harrington right across the Husky paw here will bring it into forecourt, bounce it to Smallwood. Smallwood turns around, dish it back to Sean. Harrington right side, popper, no. Rebound taken down by Debbie and the Huskies. Let's see if they hold it for 1 with 28 seconds on the timepiece. I think they will here. It is 1, says Jordan Monson. So they'll try with a 23-15 advantage for the Huskies. Earl with the basketball, near side now to Gebby. Gebby, basketball above the head, guarded by Ludeman. He heads almost back across the timeline with 8 seconds on the timepiece. Down low, Henry. Can he get it? Turns it away. Here's final shot time now for the Maroons. Harrington at 1/3 of the court, if you will, rims it no, and that is your first quarter action right there. The Maroons trailing, the Huskies on top. It is Naperville North 23 and Elgin 15. Again, we say hello to the Jones Intercable customers watching in Naperville. As yours truly, Jeff Myers, along with Jim Hawkins, we are your Jones Intercable broadcast crew in Elgin and South Elgin. Let's take a look at the tallies here in this first quarter. As you see some of the action going on, there's a good look at the Husky bench. It was 6 points for Brent Gooden, 6 points for Marcus Smallwood, 4 points for Sean Harrington, 3 for Marcus Howard. There's a good look at the Maroon bench as Jim Harrington has got to use his wisdom. Coach has been here since the 85-6 season at Elgin, of course. This is his 3rd super sectional. He won in 87 and he won in 90. In both cases, Elgin went down to then Champaign for the finals and lost first to King in 87 and to East St. Louis Lincoln in 1990. Again, the assignment for whoever wins here tonight on Friday afternoon at 12:15 will be to take on Whitney Young. Enough said right there. 9 points for Dahmer Kent, 4 points for Plotke, 4 for Chapetta, 2 for Dan Frizz, 4 for Phil Torres, and Earl, Monson, and Gebby off the bench have not scored. The team tote 23. That's the lead right there of 8. Henry's going to inbound. He's right on the right side of your television screen at home. He gets it to Chapetta, and we're ready for second quarter action. Chapetta with the basketball out on top to Henry. Henry wants it from the 3, gets Ludeman in the air, but Smallwood comes out to double on defense. Nice job there. You can see the quickness of Marcus Smallwood. Out on top, long jumper, no good. That was missed by the jumper of Plotke. The great outside shot, rebound to the Maroons. Harrington far side, goes out on top to Gooden. Gooden into the lane, he goes on the power move, puts it up, no, rims out, tap, no, tap again, yeah, give it to Smallwood, I believe. Tip to Smallwood, was it not, Jim?
Smallwood keeping it alive.
23-17, big board by Elgin. Dahmer Kent zigzag through traffic, he'll be fouled. Boy, he's going to get Marcus Smallwood in foul trouble. The quickness of the 6'2 senior, Henry Dahmer Kent. Let's see how they whistle that. I believe he was in the active shooting, was he not? We're seeing the rebounding position here, and we jockey for position. Getting a good look at Sean Harrington again. This junior, as a senior next year, the Maroons are much in demand, playing at tournaments, national events. They're one of the young teams in the country, Jim, and they've created lots of interest as far as shootouts and the hoops in the loop, what have you, for next year.
Yeah, they've done a real nice job with that. Hoops in the loop was a real exciting thing for them.
Yeah, they won on January 18th, it would have been, against Brother Rice. That gave a good exposure to Elgin, and for a while, some of the Tribune guys were saying they're the best team in the Chicagoland area. The Maroons were. Whitney Young has once again resurfaced as that, but Elgin in recent polls would be 4th as you get down to the nitty-gritty. And Naperville North I saw listed at 7th in a recent Chicago Tribune one. Of course, you're only down to Sweet 16 tonight, and after tonight 8, so it's all numbers from this point. 25-17 is the count. You see the backcourt pressure. Harrington still in that backcourt. Can he get across before the 10? Yes, to Ebert. Down low to Smallwood. Smallwood's got it. His shot up and in. Smallwood in double figures with 10. So if that ankle was bothering him, so far he's fine. 25-19.
He's getting where he needs to be, and they're finding him, and that's going to make a difference here.
They're stopping Harrington, but not stopping Smallwood, and they're stopping Gooden. Gooden's actually the second leading scorer, if you're watching in Naperville, for the Maroons, about 14.5 points a game. Now Marquette out on top, one-on-one with Howard. He'll stop and pop for 3. No, not this time. Rebound, nobody. No, Harrington's got it before it goes out of bounds. Almost into your living room television set. Harrington in forecourt. Harrington wants the basketball. Whistle, blocking foul against Naperville North. Whistle that on Phil Torres, I believe.
I think Naperville would have liked to have seen an offensive charge on Harrington leading with his arm, but I think there was more of a push-off after the contact was made.
So the high water lead was 8 points. Was it not at 25-17 as we check back here? 25-19 now it is. Inbound to Ebert, to Howard, to Smallwood, who wants that pumpkin. Back it goes to Howard. Lots of body contact there to Marcus. It's drifted around. Who's got the basketball? Nobody. There's going to be a held ball situation here. Which way is the arrow pointing? Neither way, I guess. What do we call? It's not a foul. Did they call a foul? I guess the Maroons will retain.
Yeah.
Not a very dramatic telling us where that was. John Marquette, I think, might have hurt himself a little bit. I think he's all right. Looks like everybody's a bit fatigued out there as they reach for some wind. Yeah. Harrington will inbound. Second quarter, 6:16 remain. Harrington slapping the basketball to Ebert. Ebert will be open. Ebert force it up. No. Tap. No. Oh, Harrington missed a tap. Rebound. Torres. Too hard on the oomph. Outlet to Chipetta. Chipetta in forecourt. Out on top it goes now. Dribble drive by Torres. He'll get somebody in foul trouble down low. Is that on Smallwood? Tough to see from our angle here courtside at Chick Evans Fieldhouse. You think you could see it here.
Elgin foul number 21,
Marcus Smallwood.
And that would be his second foul. Thought he had one more than that. Marcus Smallwood is second. Torres at the line makes the first. He now has 5 points. 26-19, as you can see. The Huskies of Naperville North, the advantage over the Maroons. Second toss, no. Rebound, Ebert. Ebert will give it to Sean. Harrington, long dish to Ludeman. Ludeman will bring it out top of the key. Picks up the dribble, flings it now. Smallwood, a popper. Marcus, no. Took the J from about 9 feet away. Board to Earl. Down low, throw it away. Fourth row, making at least the third row of the seats there, just out of your television set range. Turnover by the Huskies on a bullet. And you'd have to be Wilt to Stilt in his prime maybe to touch that one.
Got a fan out there with some good hands.
Yeah, good hands and a souvenir, but they'll give it back. That almost hit the rafters here at Chick Evans. And not a huge gymnasium as far as the ceiling is concerned, so you could have easily done that. Almost happened. Ludeman gets through the wedge to Marcus Smallwood, left in the lane. Smallwood hit the opposite hoop. Yes, sir! 12 points, Smallwood. He's just a southpaw. 26-21. Maroons trail by 5. 5:25, second quarter. Dommerkamp, can he get down low? He can. Can he force it to go? No. Ebert the board. Outlet Harrington. Here comes Elgin. Harrington at forecourt. Stops. Pops. Land a 3. Ribbit. No. Ebert the board. Saves it from going out of bounds. Runs the baseline. Goes to Smallwood. Smallwood to Jay. No. Ebert the board. Down low. Ludeman. Ebert reverse. No. Rebound finally taken down by the Huskies. What was that? 0 for 5 for Elgin.
Tremendous action down there.
Chipetta, no, the board, Smallwood. Outlet he will to Harrington. Slow it down, says Coach Jim Harrington, the son Sean. Sean brings it up across, left side. Harrington wants the shot, force it, he's fouled. He's going to line for 2.
Yep.
So Harrington will go to that line. That brings the Elgin crowd into it. Relatively quiet here. 4:43, second quarter remaining. The Huskies lead 26-21. You see Dan Frizz. That was whistled on him, I do believe, his first. 2 shots for Harrington. Sean, the greatest free throw tosser in the history of Elgin High percentage-wise. Takes this toss right calmly and coolly through. He now has 5 points. Again, that's quiet for him.
Number 20.
They're shutting him down, the Huskies are, Jim.
Munson re-entered for Naperville.
Harrington will get a second shot here. And it's 26-22 is that count. Second toss, he's got it. 6 points now. Maroons within 3. That's the closest they've been in a spell. Geppetta, now Marquette, Henry back to Jim. He'll bring it across the timeline. There's a good look at the 5'9" junior. Out on top, picked up by Sean Harrington. Dish it goes now. Backward dish from Plotke to Monson. Down low to Henry, in trouble. Can he wedge his way in? Shovels it up. No tap, no. Ebert the board. Ebert outlet to Harrington. Maroons with a 3 could tie it up. Harrington into the lane he goes. Harrington has it rejected. Harrington gets it back down low to Smallwood. Spin move, Smallwood.
What a move.
14 points by Smallwood.
Gutsy performance by a kid that couldn't hardly walk earlier in the week.
Elgin within 1 at 4:05, second quarter remaining. With the basketball now, it's going to be Monson, has it knocked away. They get it back, do they? Bodies go for it. Ebert the steal. Ebert doing a good job off the bench. Elgin could take the lead. Maroons had a lead early, but not since. Elgin, Popper, Harrington, short rebound. Taken down by Plotke, the 6'3" senior. Outlet to Geppetta. Geppetta brings it up. Coach Lindo says, let's do this. Let's open up the court a little bit with 3:35, second quarter remaining. Exciting super sectional play coming away on Jones Intercable on this day. Down low, we hear a whistle. That took a long time developing, but Jordan Monson was able in that crowd to draw a Maroon foul.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of feeding that ball down low, and if they're not going to get the basket, they're certainly going to get the foul every time on that.
Seems like it.
Foul 25, Jim Ebert. His
It's Ebert's
first.
second foul. And team foul, they're now at 8, so they're a couple away, Jim, from the super bonus. So Jordan Monson's at that line.
22, Tom Gibby.
Ebert hit him pretty hard. That was a good foul for Ebert to take, making sure that he didn't get the ball up to the basket. He got all ball and all person on
Two
him.
shots.
2 shots it will be. Maroons again back within 1. This toss is good. You know, free throws will be a key situation for the rest of this first half and for this game. So it's 27-25 Huskies.
You know, things are starting to settle down a little bit now. You see some fatigue setting in on both teams.
Yes, you do. I was like right there. That was an air ball on a charity toss. That's fatigue or a little nervousness. Combination of both it would be. Perspiration on the hands, you call it. Air ball gets the chant going from the Elgin fandom. You see Jim Harrington in the green coat on this St. Patrick's Day you saw for a moment there, walking in front of the bench. Backcourt pressure being applied by the Huskies. Mike Roth, the senior, off the bench with the basketball right now, being guarded by Tom Gebbe. In forecourt, Ludeman, he's a senior. Ludeman back to Roth. Roth will throw it right into the hands of Glenn Earl. Earl will go to Plotke. Plotke wide open now. Torres jumper, yes. Phil Torres the 2. He's got 7 points. Huskies lead by 4. Backcourt pressure again. Can they stand the pacing of this game, if you will? There, it's knocked around the zone by Henry. Down low, and the shot up and in. Give that to Tom Gebbe on the steal by Domerkamp. And quickly, Jim Harrington calls a 20-second timeout with the Huskies leading by 6, 31-25.
I may have been a little bit too hasty on talking about fatigue setting in there, because Naperville North must have been sleeping there for a minute. Somebody woke them up, and they've just come alive again.
See some of the fans. We're seeing the Naperville North squad fans right now. As you see there, some of their orange base there. They're on the near side here, Chick Evans Field House on this Tuesday, March 17th. A full house it is. Each school got about 2,200 fans. Walk-up attendance would put you in the 5,000s. There you see the Maroons breaking huddle. Dustin Ackman's number 30, Marcus Howard 22, Matt Ludeman, Sean Harrington will inbound. And the other lad would be Marcus Smallwood out there as well. And that's your 5 for the Elgin Maroons. Harrington's been held to 6 points on good defense on behalf of the Huskies, because no one has held him under double figures this season, says Harrington, and he's had quite a string going, to say the least. Harrington being double teamed, needs help, goes to Ackman. Ackman wants to get it down low. Ludeman to Smallwood. Smallwood's open shot. No, rebound tapped around, taken out by the Huskies. It's taken by Earl. Earl one-on-one knocked away. And last touch by whom? The Huskies. Maroons will bring it up. Might have got a break there for Elgin.
Yeah, it looked to me like maybe you should have been a little foul call there. There's some contact made, but they're going to let him play a little bit, it looks like.
And it's 2:25 remaining. First half. Earl on Harrington. Sean getting jostled around there a little bit. Harrington in the lane. Shovel shot. No. Taken down by Debbie. Debbie will bring it up himself, and Coach Lindo says, let's think about this fella. Play 5, as you can see Debbie making the call on that air ball. Play 5 is thrown in the hands of Harrington. Harrington the steal. Sees who's around him. Harrington left side. Harrington a runner. No. Rebound the Huskies. Sean's failing on the shot now. Rebound taken down by Torres. Torres might go coast to coast. He will. He will shovel it up. No. Rebound Smallwood. Outlet to no one. It's stolen by Plotke. His shot. Yes. Ludeman was not looking at the outlet. Plotke got the steal after it bounced off the back of Ludeman.
Yeah, that was an automatic response there by Smallwood. He turned around. He knew where the outlet should have been, but the outlet had his back to him.
8-point lead by the Huskies, 33-25. 90 seconds remain first half. Dustin Ekman with the basketball. Maroons are 29-1 for the season. Naperville North 25-3. Marcus Smallwood the J. He's having a career day. 16 points now for Smallwood, keeping his Maroons close because Sean Harrington, the star, has but 6 points.
Well, I don't think they're going to keep Sean Harrington to 6 tonight. It's just a matter of time until he gets his rhythm and things fall into place for him. Things are not falling right now for him.
And again, you watch on tape delay, but the third quarter has been owned by Elgin in recent times. Shot not good by the Huskies. Rebound taken down. Marcus Howard wasn't expecting it, but catches it. Howard on the right side on Domercat. Howard wedges way in there, forced the shot. No. Rebound taken down by Henry. Let's see if they hold it for one with 45 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll try one shot. It's a 6-point Husky lead. We're at Chick Evans Fieldhouse. Super sectional basketball. Only 16 teams, now 15 with Whitney Young already winning. Left in the state final. The winner here advances to Peoria to take on Whitney Young Friday afternoon at 12:15. That's what's going on here. That's what this game means here in DeKalb. Domercat goes with a pass now to Gibby. 17 seconds on the timepiece. Huskies 33, Maroons 27. Gibby nearly gets whistled by the 5. They give it to Domercat. He's the man who wants the pumpkin down the stretch. One-on-one with Harrington. A couple of All-Staters here and a whistle. A 5-second call.
4.6 seconds.
That means that's what the Maroons have to shoot here. Good defense by Elgin. Actually almost a waste of the time by Naperville North. They were trying to count the clock down before they went with it. So Maroons wouldn't get a chance for a shot. They didn't advance it forward. The allotted 5, and now Elgin will have a chance for a 5, and that would, or for a 2-pointer, we should say. Ebert with it. Ebert, a runner. The shot is going to be no good. Tip, no. Tip, no. Tip. Not there. That's the first half. So at the end of the first half of play, the count is this way. After a high-scoring first quarter, it's Naperville North 33. The Elgin Maroons 27. Again, super sectional play coming your way here from Chick Evans Fieldhouse. We want to welcome, of course, our viewers in Jones Intercable and Elgin and South Elgin on Channel 4, as always, and the good folks Channel 4 in Naperville as well, as they are with us for this exciting Huskies against Maroons. The winner advances to play Friday afternoon against Whitney Young. Before we take a break here, Jim Hawkins, give us a quick thought on what would, you've seen Elgin all this year, what would happen if they come out of the locker room for the third quarter?
Well, I got to believe that Coach Harrington's going to talk to them about not letting Naperville take that ball down low. That has just absolutely killed Elgin this first half, and I don't think that's going to continue. I think the other thing that Elgin's counting on is Sean Harrington's cold streak coming to an end, and you'll watch him come out and he'll start things out and start that team on, and then loosen some things up and things will start to happen.
So that's how Jim Hawkins sees it, and again, a very exciting, you Naperville North fans can be proud of your team as you have held an 8-point lead at the quarter, very fast-paced first quarter, and then kind of slow down a little bit, more defense in that second stanza. The Huskies lead the Maroons here at halftime, 33-27. Tell you what, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with third quarter super sectional play when we return right after these. Welcome Welcome back to second half action. Again, super sectional time. You see it, Chick Evans Fieldhouse. Yours truly, Jeff Myers, along with Jim Hawkins, as we bring you exciting play involving the Elgin Maroons and the Huskies of Naperville North. Again, the Huskies shooting an incredible 45%, but more importantly, Elgin shooting 31%. The Huskies have got the 6-point advantage, 33-27, and we're ready for second half play. So the Huskies will have the basketball first, and here we go as we start things up here in this second half. Again, the Huskies coming off that 25-3 mark have really surprised Elgin here a little bit. Elgin would be the favorite coming into this, but again, the third quarter historically has belonged to this 97-98 Elgin Maroon team. Damerkamp with the basketball. There's going to be a jumper that is no good. Rebound taken down by Smallwood, and a foul. Reach-in foul. Chad Plotke has that on Marcus Smallwood. Smallwood 14 points now officially in that first half. They gave one of his tips to Sean Harrington. I checked that to Brent Gooden, who has 4 points. So we said Smallwood at the break had 16. He does indeed have 14. And here we come. First Maroon possession here in this second half. Marcus Howard down low. Smallwood. There's the 16. We knew it. Smallwood with 16.
Just a matter of time.
33-29. This is going to go right down to the end of things. Now again, Elgin struggling. It was almost a walk there by Naperville Northfield. Torres with a basketball. He's got 7 points on the night. He'll bring it back out between the circles to surmise the situation. Now goes to Henry. Henry thinks about a three in front of Harrington. Doesn't do it. Thinks again. Wants to get closer. He'll get it back outside to Torres. Torres will not get the shot away. He's on the far left side now. He'll take a long jumper. Rims out. No. Rebound. Frizz. Knocked away. Foul. Whistle that on a Maroon. Sean Harrington the whistle.
Yeah, looked like he got a piece of the wrist on that.
Not in the act of shooting, of course, just the first foul here in the third quarter. And with 6:55 remaining in that, Huskies up by 4, 33-29. Geppetto will inbound. Does so down low. Oh, Damerkamp will be fouled. Fans of Elgin not liking that call. Also reaction by the Husky fans. Henry's going to go to the line. Henry in the first half had 11 points. He was 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from the charity line. He averages just about 20.8 points per game. This first toss, no good. Maroon fans will certainly take that. The Husky fans are wincing a little bit. Jim Hawkins. Second toss is good. So he now has 12, and it's 34-29 Huskies. Harrington talking over with Gooden as Harrington comes across the timeline. Again, a subpar 6-point game so far. There's a steal. It is stolen, lays it ahead to Torres. Can he track it down? He's too far under. Yes, he is. Shot's no good. Rebound, Damerkamp. Henry comes right back as the baseline opens up, and he stuffs it. Jabbed by Damerkamp. 14. That'll get the Husky crowd up behind us. 36-29. Gooden, who's been quiet. Spin move by Gooden in the lane. Shot, yeah. Gooden had 30 in the most recent game Elgin played on Friday the 13th. Torres down low. Can't get the shot away. Bring it back out to the wing. He will, and they'll set up shop once again with 6:05, third quarter remaining. Geppetto with the basketball above the head. Just out of your screen at home. He'll swing it now to the left side to Torres. Torres dribbles with the left. Tricky dribble now. Wants to get it down low to Henry. Henry's got it out on top, guarded by Ludeman. Damerkamp, hesitation dribble. Down low to Frizz. Frizz, a blocking foul on Gooden, and he goes down hard. He might have hit his head. Fourth foul on Brett Gooden, is that right?
Yes.
So that's a big moment here. He'll have to go to the bench, and Jim Ebert will come off of it. Gooden goes to the bench with 6 points, 4 fouls, with 5:45 remaining here in this third quarter.
Naperville North doing a real nice job of attacking the basket. Elgin can't get their feet where they need to be, and hence you get the foul.
Plotke, who's been quiet, gets the inbound right in front of us here to Henry. Henry in a crowd, force it up, shot, no, and there's going to be a violation by the Huskies. 52 Frizz was over the back of one of the Maroons. One foul begets another, and the Maroons will bring it up, trailing by 5 against the Huskies. Exciting super sectional play coming away from Chick Evans Fieldhouse in DeKalb on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Yours truly, Jeff Myers, along with Jim Hawkins, and all of Jones Intercable, our great crew here. Our director, Rich Hirschberg, delivering the play-by-play and pictures for you here on this exciting super sectional play. Ebert to Harrington. They come out quickly to him. Henry Marquette doing a great job on him. The Smallwood back to Harrington. Harrington goes right, stops, pops, jumper, yeah! It is 3 for Harrington. He now has 9 points. 36-34 is the count. Plotke land of 3. This one's no good. Rebound taken down by Howard. Here come the Maroons. Again, the third quarter has been theirs in recent times. Harrington out on top. Around a pick by Ebert. Harrington 3. No. Rebound taken down by no one. Last touch, I think, by a Husky. Yeah.
I think Marcus Smallwood got off a little bit easy on that and he knew he was in the wrong position. His hands were in the wrong spot, but he got away with it, put his hands back up in the air, and the other guy let the ball go right out of bounds.
So the Maroons will inbound underneath their own hoop. Again, they're down only by 2. They've outscored the Huskies here by a count of 7-3. Down low to Smallwood. No, Ebert the follow-up. Yeah, we're knotted. Jim Ebert, his first 2 points, and a nice job off the bench. Tied at 36. Chipetta in full court. Brings it back out. Into the corner now to Earl. Earl, guarded by Marcus Smallwood. No advantage. To Plotke, throws it away, stolen by Howard. Marcus Howard dishes to Harrington. Harrington, the Maroons foul. Jones go to the line for 2.
There you go. There you go. See, now it's a matter of forcing the issue the other way now. Naperville North has had it their way the first half, and now the Maroons are attacking the basket, and the best they can do is hope to draw a foul, and that's just what happened there.
So Harrington can go into double figures with these charity tosses, and Elgin can take that lead. Again, they trailed 23-15 at the quarter, 33-27 at the half.
2 shots.
So Sean will go to the line. He's done it all season long. The greatest free throw tosser in the history of EHS basketball. Harrington takes his time, slightly bends the knees. He's got it. Perfect. He's in double figures again with 10. 37-36 Maroons. 4:30 third quarter remaining. Again, the third quarter has been Elgin's lucky charm here on this St. Patrick's Day. Second toss, good. Calmly and coolly. Elgin by 2. Let's see how the Huskies and Henry Marquette will answer that. Chipetta brings it across the timeline right into your television home. Wants to get it down low, can't do it. Out on top, he'll now dish it to Monson. Monson to Henry, brings it back out, guarded nicely by Marcus Howard. Land the 3 toss, yes! Was it 3? Yeah, Henry Marquette for 3. That's your answer right there, Jim Hawkins.
Beautiful shot.
Huskies by 1, 39-38. Howard on the right side. Marcus land the 3, says take that. This one won't go. Rebound by Marquette, high above the rim. Henry in a trip down court. Gets it down low to Earl. Earl on offensive charge. Turnover by the Huskies. He lowered his shoulder, Jim Hawkins, and Monson, Earl, we should say, couldn't get away with that. Huskies turn it over. Elgin brings it up.
Well, Harrington knows right where to put those feet, put his hands up, maybe a little acting there along with it, and drew the foul.
Again, the great matchup here. Sean Harrington toss it to Ludeman in backcourt. Matt will fling it now over the head of Marcus Howard. There's a turnover by the Maroons. The pressure that time of the Huskies, you could see Elgin struggle.
There we go. Just inches away from making something happen there. They're trying real hard to make things happen, and stuff like that will happen to you in a championship game like this.
There you see our balcony shot here at Chick Evans Fieldhouse. Jim Harrington, hands folded right there in front of the Maroon bench as Chipetta will bring it across the timeline. Huskies up by 1. A thriller right here at Chick Evans. Brought to you on Jones Intercable. We appreciate you being on board in Elgin, South Elgin, and Naperville. A 3 is not good. A rebound by Smallwood. Smallwood outlet to Ebert. He surmises the field, dribbles once, goes to Harrington. Harrington across that timeline. It's Sean time now. Watch this. Harrington out on top. Harrington left of the lane. Spin move to Ebert. Ebert shot, yeah.
Oh, beautiful by Ebert. Nice speed from Harrington.
Elgin leads by 1, 40-39. Land of 3. Chipetta, no sir, too hard the minute he released it. Rebound Ebert. Ebert. Outlet, Sean. More Harrington time now. Right side, Sean. Lane, Sean. Popper, Harrington. Rims it, no. Ford, Smallwood, yes!
There you go. There you go. Getting a little teamwork here. Even though he's not making the baskets here, we got Smallwood coming in to fill in, make the difference, and watch the Elgin crowd come alive now.
Yes, indeed, and a timeout by the Huskies. 2:42 remain. You see some of the Maroon fans there as they filled up their side of the gymnasium here at Chick Evans Fieldhouse. They sold 2,200 tickets and more walk-up tickets than that. We zoom in and see some of the maroon coloring, some of the maroon faces in the cream and maroon colors, and the great fandom that no doubt, I know there's some talk that if Elgin travels down to Peoria on Friday, the kids will still be in school. So how do you get to a 12:15 game 2 hours away? That's a question.
Well, I don't think the students will have any problem answering that one. That's not even, that's a no-brainer there.
I would think, not endorsing skipping school, but
not at all.
What would the IHSA say in that same situation?
I think it's a field trip.
I think so. It's a learning experience going downstate. So for either school, that's the case. The problem, of course, is Easter vacation, is it not, next week? And we have to be in session on that Friday. I guess we can blame it on the IHSA for having it so close to holiday. Plotke land of three. It's no good. Rebound taken down by the Maroons. The Huskies not hitting their outside shots. Elgin playing maroon basketball. Roth with it now. Elgin by 3. To Harrington. Back to Michael Roth. Land of 3 for Roth. No, sir. That was out of bounds. Roth hit a 3 against Rolling Meadows in the sectional. Said it was his biggest, fondest Elgin memory. Well, that airball chant will not be his second most fond memory at EHS.
He knows what he has to do. He's going to come back and he's got to put that ball up again to make a difference.
Debbie will bring it up. Tom, the 6'1" senior for the Huskies. 2:10 remain. Third quarter will probably go down to the wire here at Chick Evans in super sectional play. The winner going to Peoria. The loser after a successful season missing the glory of Peoria. Friends out on top. Double team needs help. He'll get it. Torres. Torres land of 3. This one's good.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Torres for 3.
He had a beautiful look at the basket. Nice follow through. You could tell it was all the way in.
Got it. 42, 1:45. Third quarter remaining. Harrington time again. Sean left of the lane. Shot. No. Rebound. Plotke. Outlet. He throws it away. Does Gebby. Didn't have possession of it. Didn't know what to do with it. Maroons get it back to Ludeman. He can hit from 3 but won't here. Tippy toes a little bit, does Matt. Gets closer, takes a rare shot. He will make it on the shooter's roll. Matt Ludeman for 2.
I don't think I've ever seen Matt Ludeman take a shot that close.
No, never that dribble drive to the hoop for the kid. Averages about 5 points a game. Had 13 in the most recent game. Torres thought about a 3, gets closer off balance. Marcus Small with the block. He's the all-time leading shot blocker in EHS history. To Roth, knocked away, tracks it down. Skip past Ludeman. Bounce it to Smallwood. Spin move, Marcus shot. Good. Smallwood, double figures times 2 with 20 points.
He's on fire.
Maroons by 4. 46-42. Cross that timeline with 45 seconds remaining in the quarter. It is Gebby. Gebby to Frizz. Frizz doesn't shoot much. Guarded by Ebert. Goes to Gebby. Out on top now to Torres. Back to Gebby, who's running the point with Chiapetta on the bench. 30 seconds in this quarter. Maroons by 4, 46-42. Elgin trailed by 6 at the half. Down low to Henry. Will stop the Smallwood. Blocked by Smallwood. You heard Jim Hawkins call it. How many times at the high school level do you see that? Final shot time for the Maroons. This place will go nuts with a basket here by Elgin. Harrington out on top. Harrington right of the lane. Harrington down deep. Smallwood, yes! That's the corner right there. Smallwood has 22. Elgin has the lead by 6. 48-42. Again, the third quarter has belonged to the Maroons.
What a turn of events there. Marcus Smallwood playing like an NBA player. Not 1 block, but 2 blocks. 1, 2. He stopped the stuff. There was nothing there but ball all the way.
Did it twice. You heard Jim Hawkins doing his best for Oscar Robertson explanation in the years of yore. With that call, again, we're talking to you in both Elgin and South Elgin. And in Naperville, Jones Intercable, our delight to bring this to you. It's our Elgin local origination bringing this to you. Rich Hirschberg, our director here tonight. We've got a wonderful camera crew. Jim Hawkins right there. Yours truly, Jeff Myers. As we bring you super sectional play in these 2 classic cities. Naperville with the great tradition now. Population 118,000. Elgin, a population and a rebirth in recent years at 85,000. They're really a couple of giants of Chicagoland, new and old.
They're well quick.
So that's what we're talking to on this night. If you're watching at Elgin, we're rerunning this, tape delaying for on Wednesday night. You can see it Thursday night from 7 to 9 on Channel 4 in Elgin. And Friday morning from 10 till noon, you can see it. Whoever wins, our theory was you could watch the 12-15 game on the Fox Sports Chicago group, and that could be, well, it could be Elgin, could be Naperville North against Whitney Young, of course. Marcus Howard with it out on top. Maroons by 6. Howard left to right to Harrington. Harrington a subpar game with 11. Down low in the crowd to Ebert, too far under. Can't do it. Taken down by Torres. Torres will bring it up. Torres a Plotke land of 3. No, sir. His own board. Plotke, he'll put it up. No. Rebound taken down by Dustin Ackman. Outlet to Harrington. Harrington brings it up. Guarded by Domercat. Sean from 3. It's no good. A throw him away down the cone, and then Domercat stole it, and then he was fouled by Frizz. Oh, what action.
Tremendous. I tell you what, Ackman jumped up. He got shoved in the back. He jumped up, did a little taunting. He's got to be a little careful with that. But I'll tell you what, these kids are playing on high emotions right now, and they're producing.
No question about it. Exciting high school game. Both schools can be proud of their efforts, and this is what the super section is all about. Harrington for 3. No. Rebound. Ebert. Ebert down low to no one. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by a Husky. Ooh, Ebert's had a great game off the bench. Lots of board work and 4 points. That time he might have taken about a 4-foot runner.
Yeah, hindsight, he should have taken that one himself.
Inbounding Ebert. Ackman to Roth. Roth, a senior, back to Sean. He's just a junior again. Harrington, guarded by Henry Domercat. A great matchup there. Harrington land of 3. Yes! Harrington for 3. He's got 14 points on the line.
He's starting to come alive now. He had a kind of a cold first half, and things are starting to happen for him. And we got to see how Naperville North is going to respond to that.
They respond by Jim Ebert reaching in and fouling Chad Plotke down low.
Well, Plotke put that ball right there. Ebert's eyes got real big all of a sudden, and the ball just happened to be in a spot where Ebert gave him a little chop. Smallwood comes back in after a deserved rest there, and we'll watch that young man play at both ends of the floor. He's not just an offensive threat, but he's a defensive threat as well.
He is indeed. So Henry will inbound. Domercat will. Not in the act of shooting, not in the bonus yet. They get it inbounded to Phil Torres. Torres will bring it back out, and Marcus Smallwood's coming out from underneath the hoop there. He's just out of your picture. There's Marcus wearing number 21 in defense. There's a kick by one of the Maroons. Huskies will inbound on the far side, I would think. What do we got? We got a timeout. We have a timeout, not just a kick. The Huskies will take a quick one, will they not?
Yeah. I'm not sure why we had a mismatch there, but you had Domercat being guarded by Mike Roth, and you had the big guy, Marcus Smallwood, playing out there on the guard. I don't know if that was designed that way. I don't think it was, but they ended up with a mismatch, and Naperville North couldn't do anything with it.
So we have seen in the third quarter back-to-back blocks by Marcus Smallwood, and he's the greatest shot blocker in the history of Elgin High history. I'm going to say it's going to be 118, I think the number would be right now. Better than James Hamby, who later went on to play for DePaul. Smallwood has 22 points. He's been the man of this St. Patrick's Day night for the Elgin High School team. The Huskies have shut down Sean Harrington with only 14 points, although he's got 8 here in the second half. But number 21, the sophomore at 6'5", Marcus Smallwood, a dream super sectional night.
Well, I tell you, Marcus Smallwood is, we could highlight that. He's a dream. Tonight he's doing everything he should do and then some. Based on that sore ankle that he's got, you wouldn't know there was a problem with him.
Yeah, unless you had told me. I know we had heard talk about that in recent times, but he's not hobbled. He did hobble a little bit in the warm-ups. Maybe that's part of the plan. But since the game has started, the adrenaline's going, and Marcus Smallwood none the worse for wear. Huskies will have the basketball. They trail by 9, 51-42, as you can see. Inbounding quickly, back down low. The Plotke rejected again. Was that Smallwood or was that Howard? Who rejected that? Either way, great defense by the Maroons. A little bit of our line of sight there. And then what happened? Jump ball situation. Arrow points towards the Huskies. So
I think it's those quick hands of Marcus Howard there that gave that a little rejection there. It wasn't much a rejection, more like a tip.
Henry wants to get a three, does as he steps back. This will be good. Henry Damerkamp now in double figures with 20. His team is down by 6, 51-45 with 6:20 remaining. Ebert, offensive charge. It will be Ebert, lowered the shoulder. You can see that on your television set. He did indeed. Right out in the center of court. Don't do it there.
Okay. Yeah, this is about the time when Coach Harrington's got to settle these guys down a little bit and just play some basketball now.
Yeah, don't lose the basketball. Get a good shot away each time. The momentum has swung totally towards the Maroons now. If they can keep their energy level up, 51-45 is the count. Keep the Huskies from the three-point arsenal. Torres gets closer. He'll get it rejected by Ebert. Rejected again by Ebert or Howard. Twice by Ebert. We're leading the league in block shots and then a foul. Reaching on Plotke.
The Naperville coach is cautioning his players, settle down, settle down. This is a long, patient game, and there's no way that they need to do the things that they're doing right now. They just need to settle down and come back and play their ball game.
Harrington will inbound again. Sean has 14 points on the night. Smallwood leading the way with 22 for the Huskies. Damerkamp has 20. In double figures with 10 is Phil Torres. Chad Plotke has been quiet with only 6 points. Sean to Smallwood. Smallwood back to Sean. Picked up by Earl there. There's a reach-in foul or a travel. Is it a travel? It is. Harrington turns it over.
He bounced on it a little bit. I don't know if it was a travel, but I mean, it was close enough to be called.
Damerkamp will inbound. Henry says, should I do it, Coach Lindo? And he says, go ahead. Henry inbounds out on top. Chipetta goes to Earl. Earl in the corner now. Torres. Torres guarded by Ebert. Ebert a couple inches taller. Torres brings it back out. Chipetta guarded by Marcus Howard. Jim looks left, right, dishes that way in pass form to Earl. Earl, the junior, long shot, not good. Rebound taken down by Plotke. He wanted to go right back up. Torres will take a three. This one short. Rebound by Henry. Henry nearly out of bounds. Receives it, brings it back out to settle up the offense again. Henry thinks about a three, can't do it with Harrington in his face. Chipetta, near side Torres. Torres in the crowd. Will he get it rejected? No. Puts it in. Torres with 12. 51-47, 5 points in a row by the Huskies. Ludeman. Ludeman bounced around. Gets it backward, dish to Harrington. Harrington, top the key. Harrington land of three. No. Rebound taken down by the Huskies, but they're out of bounds, perhaps fouled by Ludeman.
Yep, foul's going to be on Ludeman.
That's team foul number 6 on Elgin, I do believe. Not in the bonus yet. Earl will inbound and the Huskies will bring it up. Oh, exciting high school basketball. You see Matt Ludeman. As this is a thriller here at Chick Evans Fieldhouse. We're delighted to bring it to you on Jones Intercable in Elgin, South Elgin. And for our good folks, Jones Intercable in Naperville as well. Thanks for being aboard. You can be proud of your teams. The Maroons 29-1 on the season. Naperville North 25-3. They have their longest win streak ever at 11. That's how things entered this Tuesday night, March 17th Super Sectional play, with the Maroons now on top by 4 with 4:50 remaining. Damerkamp dribble drive, left to the lane, rejected. Foul against Elgin. I have never seen the basketball rejected this many times in a high school game.
Dustin Ackman looked like he got all ball, but Body also got the shooter. So
at the line will be Damerkamp with 20 on the night. He had 11 in the first half. That 7th foul will in the bonus from here on in. Super bonus comes with the 10th foul. That's 2 shots, not just the one end. Damerkamp at the line here for Tukas. He was in the act of shooting. It's the first. Free throws will be the key down the stretch. 6 points in a row by the Huskies. They trail now only by 3 at 51-48. Did Elgin expend too much energy to get that lead? I know I might have lost my voice in that sequence. Second one not good. Harrington will bring it up. Guarded by Earl.
Brent Gooden's back in the ball game here. He's only got 1 chance left. He's got 4 fouls on him.
And there's a whistle. Call it against the Huskies. Yeah, 5:45 remaining third quarter. Number 32. Gooden, you saw for a moment, picked up that 4th foul. It's the one and at the line now for Elgin, is it not? Yes, it is.
It's 4th, teams.
And Gooden goes to the line. He's been cold. He's been sitting for 8 clock minutes plus, really, out of this game after picking up that foul. Has only 6 points on the night after coming off a 30-point game in the sectional. This one's good. Didn't look like it was going to be good, but it rose in there and went through.
Yeah, he's got a way, there's not much of an arc to the ball. It's more of a direct line, and it either goes in or it doesn't. There's no two ways about it. It doesn't
like
rattle
your
much.
Office at EHS, you got that direct line, no problem. 7 points now for Gooden, 52-48, Maroons on top. The Winners playing in Peoria. They'll play the first game at 12:15. Second toss, good. He's got 8. 53-48.
Okay, Elgin's got to have a defensive stand here. It's real
And
important.
there it is.
There it
Smallwood,
is.
the man of the night, comes up with a defense, dish it back to Harrington. And let's see, double fist in the air for Sean. Basketball dribbling at the ankles. Harrington brings it across the timeline. Double high post, that is. To Dustin for 3. Yeah!
Oh, what a shot.
Ackman for 3. Maroons by 8.
Automatic.
Make it just a 2. It's 55-48. It was not a 3. 7-point advantage for Elgin.
You got to play some defense here.
Torres, near side, as you can see, guarded by Smallwood. There's a defense. Will they reject? We hear a whistle. Foul Smallwood.
You know, if you take a look at that, you'll see Marcus Smallwood. He's going for the rejection, but at the same time, he's got his left hand around the ball player's waist, and nobody looks kindly on that.
So that's only his 3rd. So going to the line will be the Huskies. Again, Elgin leads by 7. They led by as many as 9 here in this 4th quarter. 3:53 is all that remains. This toss is no good.
Oh, rattled that one in and out.
Oh, that was a 1/3 of the way down the cylinder and back out for Chipetta. Jim has 4 points on the night. The second one is make that Torres. He now has 13 as Phil makes 1 of 2. There you can see the scoreboard. And that count of 55-49 on the right side. And that's what we have. Gooden and the fouls indeed, as we check all those. Gooden with that. Gooden back to Sean Harrington. Harrington going to go to Ludeman. Land of 3. It's good. Ludeman for 3. He's got 5 points on the night.
There it is. That's when the threes will kill you.
58-49. Harrington waves the Elgin fandom up on the far side. A whistle, a foul against the Maroons.
He's working just a little bit hard. You see the feet aren't moving quite as fast as they were in the first half. He's dragging a little bit. That could have gone either way during the course of the earlier in the season. You might have got away with that, but not in a game like this. You're not gonna get a break like that. It doesn't matter if your name's Sean Harrington or not.
So Chipetta will go to the line. Chipetta, we should say, has got 4 points on the night. His first toss is good. Looks like it'd be short. He got the advantage there, hit the front part of the rim. Although most shooting coaches say shoot for the back rim, if you will. But that time hit the lip of the rim, bounced in. 5 points for Jim. 58-50, second one, swish. He's got 6. Substitution going to be taking place for a timeout.
20-second timeout.
20-second timeout it is. There you see the Elgin huddle. There's Jim Harrington, Sean Harrington, Brett Gooden, Marcus Smallwood. Get Smallwood on this St. Patrick's Day night has 22 points. And the Maroons lead 58-51 with 3:27 remaining. Jim Hawkins set the final few moments of this game.
Well, I'll tell you what, one of the things they want to do is they want to be real patient now. They don't want to force the ball anywhere. They want to try and get the ball to Gooden or Smallwood, maybe kick it back out and get a good look at a 3, because Elgin's got 3 players out there capable right now hitting a 3 at any time. Naperville North knows that. They've got to play a little bit wider here so that they don't hit the 3, and that's going to open up the down low stuff there for Marcus Smallwood. Got to tell you, you know, that Dr. Nick Bombalis must be some kind of doctor to make Marcus Smallwood be able to walk the way he's walking tonight.
Team physician for the Elgin High Maroons he is. If you're watching in Naperville, Dr. Nick is legendarily known in our Fox Valley community. There's a steal by Henry. Let's see what happens here. A foul by Harrington. He'll shoot 2. Pick in the pocket of one of the best juniors ever. Sean Harrington's picked by Henry Domerkamp. That doesn't happen often.
Domerkamp is quite an athlete. I mean, we've seen him with 2 slam dunks here. We've seen him with a couple steals, some block shots, and you know, just you look at him, he looks like he's exhausted. He turns right around and turns it on like the energy's never going to stop.
Henry's going to the line. He's got 21 points on tonight. This first one too hard. Huskies continue to trail by 7. Again, the winner will play in Peoria. First game Friday afternoon at 12:15 on Fox Sports Chicago. That will be for one of these 2 teams against Whitney Young. What an assignment. 58-52, Harrington, the baseball toss. Plotke knocks it down, but Gooden gets it back. Gooden right of the lane, bounce it down low to Ludeman, open in, 7 points by Matt Ludeman. It's 60-52 Maroons.
And this is where teamwork really becomes an important factor in this ball game. They're pretty unselfish here. They're looking for it.
There's a steal. Geppetto went down. Harrington comes up with the steal with good team defense. Harrington a spin move, rough travel, down low, Smallwood spin move. Marcus outside to Gooden, thinks about a 3. He's hit 6 this year.
There's no hurry now.
No. Bring it back out with just 2:43 timeout there by Jim Harrington and the Maroon Troops as Elgin leads 60-52. They're within 2:43 of that trip to Peoria if they can hang on. On the other side of things, the Huskies of Naperville North have never been to the state finals downstate. They would have to rebound here after leading 23-15 at the quarter and 33-27 at the half. The Huskies trailed 48-42 at the end of 3, and as we mentioned, that's the 8-point count. Right now, you see the Huskies in the huddle.
That's right. You know, that was a real good move by Brent Gooden not to take that 3. They were giving it to him. They wanted him to take it. Everybody here in the field house wanted Gooden to take it. Gooden thought twice. Pass the ball back out front. They got 2 minutes, 43 seconds to go. They don't have to do another thing except play team basketball right now.
That's what it is. Again, an exciting high school basketball game it has been. It's been a delight to bring it to you here. Our Jones Intercable customers in both Elgin and South Elgin, and also being seen in Naperville on this special linkage on this night. We say hello to the good community there. You can be proud of your Huskies even if they fall short here. This Elgin Maroon team is approaching, if they win and hang on here, it would be victory number 30, which is 2 wins better than any other Elgin team. And again, this is the first school to win back-to-back titles. The Maroons have had some glorious trips downstate and are amongst the top 5 and going downstate.
Well, I definitely wouldn't count Naperville North out yet. They are so dangerous.
They really are. Marcus Hallward has it. Out on top now to Ludeman, to Gooden. No question about that. The Huskies have given the Maroons a Class A battle here. Elgin's only loss was to Wabanse Valley. And that's down low, put it up in there by Marcus Howard, was it not? They worked
Marcus Howard, the sophomore.
He's got 5, and it's a 10-point Elgin lead. Land of 3, no good. The rebound tapped around, taken down by Monson with 2:05 remaining. Quickly to Geppetto. Geppetto down low to Jordan Monson, puts it up and in for the right hip. Yes, that was Jordan's first 2. 62-54 Elgin. To Harrington. Let's see where the fouls take place with 1:50 remaining. To Ludeman. Ludeman traveled. He traveled in full gallop. He says, I can't believe you called it.
He knows it. He knows it. He knows it. He's smiling. He knows it.
Again, he's the number 1 student, is number 33, Matt Ludeman, for the senior class in 660 students. He's going to the University of Illinois. He's not Matt.
Yeah, Jim Harrington shrugged his shoulders. He was smiling too, trying to appeal that, and there was no way.
8-point lead it is. Huskies with a basketball again. Maroons up 62-54. Landed 3 off balance. Plotke, no. Ludeman the board. To Harrington. Here will be a foul here shortly. Sean across the timeline. Harrington at forecourt. Dish it to Ludeman. Out on top, Gooden. Looks right, dishes backwards to Harrington with 1:25 remaining. Elgin leads by 8 points.
Frustration is setting in for Naperville North. They know they've got to do something, and they got to do it right now.
They got a foul, you would think, before much more is off that timepiece. There it is. Plotke the foul on Gooden. Gooden will get 2 shots. 1:14 remain. You see the face of Chad Plotke there, and the Maroon fans getting into it on the far side. They might have school on Friday, but they might be in Peoria as well. There's the scoreboard. You see the beautiful scoreboard here at Northern Illinois. Our thanks to all folks who helped us out here to get this game aboard here in DeKalb. This one's good by Gooden. Again, I'm not endorsing you skip school, but let's hope there is no school. How about that? 9 points now for Gooden. I can't talk my way out of this one, but how many times do you get a chance to be in the Elite 8? Play the number 2 team in the nation.
It's not very often, and I'll tell you what, even if it's on television, I think the Elgin fans ought to be there.
Second one by Gooden, no. It's 63-54, 9-point advantage. 70 seconds remain in this game regulation. Torres fakes the three, gets in a different position for the three. Air ball, Gooden the board. There's the foul by Jordan Monson. We walk it right to left. Gooden is going to go to the line after Jordan Monson had made the foul. The Jordans and the Goodens are going wild. Brett Gooden's got 9 points on the night. Again, Naperville North has made this a difficult assignment, as you would expect in the Super Sectional. The best 16 teams in the state square off tonight.
The Naperville North bench is standing here. Their coach hasn't given up. He's as intense as he was on the opening tip-off, and you know, they're still strategizing here, seeing what they can do to make things happen. But Brent Gooden's making it a little bit harder for him.
He makes the first 10-point advantage. Gooden now has 10 points, playing with 4 fouls. Second one is good. Looks like it might be no good. Got the shooter's roll. Biggest lead of this Tuesday night for Elgin at 65-54. Out on top, long three by Monson, no good. Rebound, Plotke, fall away jumper, yeah. Plotke relatively quiet here tonight. He's been shut down with 8. Quick timeout with 51.5 seconds remaining. 65-56, you see the count right there. And that's the way things are sizing up for our audience in all Elgin, South Elgin, and in Naperville. We'll have a post-game show. We're going to make plans to talk it over with Marcus Smallwood, who has 22 points. And we'll talk it over with Coach Jim Harrington. That's what we're planning on our post-game here on Jones Intercable.
Well, right about now, Coach Harrington's telling those guys, I don't care what you see, that shot is going to have to look awfully good for you to take it. Right now, it's a game that just requires 51.5 seconds, and they're on their way to Peoria.
Will they play in Peoria? The answer is yes. An age-old question. First time ever the Elgin High School team has played in Peoria. Last time they went downstate, it was still in Champaign. They lost to East St. Louis Lincoln back on that Friday in March of 1990. They lost to King in March of 1987 during the Jim Harrington years at Elgin High School. This is the 11th Super Sectional EHS has played in over the years. And Harrington will inbound. Enough of that. We get back to stay away from the history of it. We've got 51.5 seconds remaining. Harrington will inbound, run the baseline after the main basket. Goes to Marcus Smallwood right in front of us here. There's the foul. You saw that. You saw Jordan Monson with that foul right in front of your way. Only took 2.1 seconds. Back to the line. Go Elgin for 2.
Well, this could go either way, but right now it's looking, you know, when Elgin starts hitting these things, that gap is going to get wider rather than narrower.
21, Marcus Smallwood.
Smallwood, the sophomore. It was game 22 of this year before he was a starter for Elgin. The Maroons were 20-0. They lost a game, and they won another, and then the next week, Smallwood got into that starting column.
You know, for a big man, Marcus Smallwood's got one of the prettiest shots I've seen, both at the free throw line and his jump shot.
He now has 23, hopes to play pro ball someday and make lots of money. Isn't that what I read in the Daily Herald?
Yeah, can you imagine Marcus Smallwood was a soccer player one time?
Is that right?
Yeah.
67-56, down to 45 seconds. Geppetta puts that up and in on the dribble drive. He's got 8. 67-58, you see the score. 38 seconds remain on the timepiece. Inbound to Ludeman. He's fouled right there harshly by Geppetta. Ludeman goes to the line for 2 with 35.5 seconds remaining in regulation play.
You know, one of the things that I'm noticing here is, although Naperville North is down and they could be out right now, they're playing still with some intensity. They're making the fouls hard, but Geppetta was real quick to offer a hand to pick him up, and that's what high school athletics is really all about.
Ludeman's had quite a game. His first one is good. Ludeman now on this night has 8 points. Again, that's about 3 above his average, but he's coming off a game that saw him score 13 in the sectional championship against Rolling Meadows. Second one's good. He's got 9. 69-58. It'll look more widespread in the box score tomorrow, but it was a hard-fought game here on a Tuesday night at Chick Evans Fieldhouse. Long 3, not good. Rebound, nobody. Last touch by the Huskies. Maroons will bring it up. Check the reservations for Peoria. Punch your ticket for Peoria for Elgin High fans.
Not me. I'm going to be at Elgin High on Friday morning.
Yeah, well, you'll be schooling. Well, in one way or another, for the Elgin audience, they can hear that on WRMN radio in Elgin. You can see it on Fox Sports Chicago for the Naperville audience. I'm not sure if the Naperville area radio stations, WKKD, or the North Central College station is going down to Peoria, but that's some of the media thing. As the Huskies, Coach Lindo's bringing out some of the mainstay fellas a little bit. Henry Dahmer checked out, did he not, for the final time for a round of applause? He's out of there, is he not? Yeah. Yep. So the Huskies throw in the towel. They realize the Maroons are headed for Peoria for no easy assignment to take on Whitney Young, number 2 rated by the USA Today, the entire nation, and of course number 1 in Illinois, the Dolphins of Whitney Young. You might have seen them against King. Here it is. The Maroons are going to play in Peoria. They have won a super sectional. They are an Elite 8 team. They will play Whitney Young on Friday. They have knocked off Naperville North here on this Tuesday night by a final tally of 69-58. Elgin trailing at the quarter break. The Maroons trailing at the half. Took the lead in that decisive third quarter by a count of 48-42, and then rolled away and won it by 11 here at Chick Evans Fieldhouse, 69-58, led by the sophomore Marcus Smallwood with 21. To the credit of the Naperville North Huskies, they held Sean Harrington, who will end up to be the greatest scorer in the history of Elgin High School next year. They held him to one of his shortest games, if you will, this year, 14 points. I believe 13 was the lowest this year, and that's where he stands. And we're going to keep it here for just a couple of moments, and we'll take a quick break, and then we're going to get a chance to enjoy some of the post-game. There's Elgin, there's Jim Harrington. Again, how could Jim lose on St. Patrick's Day wearing that greenish coat with the last name Harrington with a son by the name of Sean? All those particulars on March 17th. The Maroons group around Coach Harrington at center court, and the excitement of a 69-58 verdict here. And I tell you what, we're going to take a quick timeout. We will take that timeout, repeating the final. Elgin wins it. They'll play on Friday in Peoria. They win it by a final count of 69-58. We're right back after this. The hour, Marcus Smallwood, you got a fan club here, young man.
Yeah, I think so. I think I made a few fans, but I'm just happy that we're going down on Friday.
Oh, it was an incredible game for you. Back-to-back blocks, and that's not even talking about your offense.
Yeah, well, when he came in on when Domokrans came in on those 2 dunks, and I saw he's going to come in again, I had to make a statement. So I had to let everyone know from right there that if they're going to come in and score, it wasn't going to be easy. So
I became the all-time shot blocker tonight.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So it's kind of nice, because that's usually what I take pride in doing, is blocking shots. If I score, but I want to block at least about 5 shots a game. So that's my goal.
You've had some problem with an ankle, but that didn't bother you at all, did it?
No, it was I didn't get a chance to practice this week, but then when I came out here today, our trainer fixed me up real good, and I was just able to play, and I was just so excited. I just went out there and played my heart out.
You were doing that routine in the warm-ups. It was like I'm hobbled a little bit, but as soon as the game started, you were ready.
Yeah, I didn't want to waste. They told me not to waste a lot of energy and just come in, because if I had 10 good minutes, they didn't want me to waste it on warm-up. So I came in there and I just tried to do the job.
You had 10 times 3 good minutes, incredible minutes, really. The offense seemed to flow around you, with Sean being covered up nicely. When did you realize you'd have to become much more offensive-minded?
Well, I think this is really the first game that I just tried to take it to the basket whenever I saw eyes open.
Your game.
Thanks.
You're getting congratulations as we talk right now. Dr. Powers coming in. That's great.
Yeah, and then when I saw Gooden out, and I saw that, because I knew how much when he left out, when he went out, how much that took away. So I just tried to step up and get the rebounds and and try to work on my post game, because on Friday I'm going to need it. So I just tried to work on it tonight.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. Whitney Young is the assignment on Friday. Of course, you have everything to gain, nothing to lose when you go up against those guys.
Yeah, I've been watching them all season. It's going to be a dream just to play with like Quentin Richardson, because that's one of my favorite players, and him and McGady, those are my 2 favorite players besides Kevin Garnett in the world. Yeah, I love them, and I just want to be able to play. Just say I play with Quentin Richardson. Even if we don't win, I just want to go out there and give it our all, because we deserve this. Stepping on the floor in Peoria is always a dream. Meeting one of your idols and a combination of things, and you go get them. It's going to be a wonderful time. This is a sweet night, isn't it? Yeah, it's nice. Get to miss 2 days of school and go downstate and play basketball. I can't get any better.
A dream come true. Congratulations, Markin. Nice, great game.
Thanks.
Marcus Smallwood, incredible game. We're going to talk it over with Coach Jim Harrington. If we can get the coach in here in just a couple of seconds. Again, the Maroons won by a final tally of 69-58. We just need to lean in and get the coach over here for just 1 second before we get out of here. We'll bring Jim Hawkins out here for a second as well, as Coach going to tell us about the fact that the Maroons will go down for the first time in 8 years down to Peoria. Again, taking on a very tough team, as they'll take on Whitney Young. You might have seen them in the Public League Championship as they defeated King rather soundly by, I believe it was 67-46 was the final there. So that's what we have for you. Where's our good friend Jim Hawkins? Bring it, Jim. Come on in here for a second as we're going to get Coach Harrington come over in just a second. Jim, I appreciate you being with us here on Jones Intercable.
It was a great game. You know, this takes the place of that courtside that I always have over at the field house, Jeff, and I liked it. It was good.
That was fun, and again, for the Husky fans, that's about as tough a game as the Maroons have played this year, certainly.
Well, I tell you, the physical action, and I don't know how much the fans really saw, but if you were here, you saw some bumping and grinding going on down low that no fouls were called. It was a very, very aggressive game.
And again, Northern Illinois, I should say the Naperville North squad, as we're at Northern Illinois, they weren't expected to do that well this year, so this is a wonderful overachieving team led by Henry Domercan, who, as quick as anybody, gave Sean Harrington chest-to-chest defense he hasn't seen.
Well, he thrilled the fans with a couple slam dunks tonight. He backed one off, and everybody started to fall into place, and he just turned around and slam dunked that thing and caught everybody off guard. That's the kind of stuff that gets fans going.
Oh, no question. And again, it was a full house here at Chick Evans. And the Elgin fans, I know this, what we talked about, the situation with Friday school leading into a holiday next week, can't really dismiss school. So I guess some kids are going to end up with a runny nose on Friday.
Well, I got a feeling there'll be some symptoms coming on, and I think the symptoms probably began tonight at the end of this ball game, 69-58. I feel a little something coming on myself.
Let's let Jim Harrington slide in here for just a moment. As always this year, he's got the media all around him. Jim Hawkins, we appreciate that. We're going to get a quick thought from Maroon coach Jim Hawkins, Jim Harrington, we should say, going to the state finals. Congratulations, coach. You knew he had it all the time, didn't you?
Well, we never do that, but you know, it's super effort for the kids. You know, we've been telling people all year long we're not a one or two man team, and I think we proved that tonight. You know, Brent got in big time foul trouble tonight and then came out and played a monster fourth quarter for us, but give Jimmy Ebert all the credit in the world coming in off the bench and spelling Brent when we had a lot of foul trouble tonight. And then Marcus Smallwood hasn't practiced since Friday, and today's the first time he's walking on the floor. He's just standing on the sidelines watching us the last 2 days, and as Doc says, you got to give Dr. Nick all the credit in the world. If it wasn't for Doc, he wouldn't be playing tonight. He's been rehabbing since Saturday, 4 times a day with Doc, and you got to give him a lot of credit too. He wanted to play tonight and wanted to make sure he could come out there and give us an effort, and he gave us a big-time effort tonight. And Matt Ludeman, what a super effort by him too defensively on Plotke tonight. I mean, we held Plotke in single digits, and I know that's a tough task for anybody. And Domercrantz hurt us a little bit, but he's a big-time player. He's going Division I. So we wanted to try to hold those 2 kids under 30 and go from there. And the kids just did a great job.
To the credit of Naperville North, Sean had only 14 points. It's a very tough defense the Huskies
Real
had.
good. Domercrantz did a real nice job. I mean, Sean was forcing some things. I think when Brent got in foul trouble tonight, Sean tried to do a little too much there in the second quarter. Once we settled him down at halftime, he made some great passes in the third quarter. Find the open man, found Smallwood, found Ebert inside, hit Ludeman on a big pass, hit Ackman in the corner on a big shot. So, you know, we just let it go to us, and our kids, you know, it's a total team effort. It's not a one-man show. It's 16 kids battling it out every day.
The feeling when you get to the super sectional, which you've done many times in your career, but to win that game and to get a chance to go downstate, that's a wonderful moment, isn't it?
One of the greatest moments in your life. You're going into today, you're so far and you're so close, you're so far away though. I mean, I feel for Mark Lindo, does a great job with that team. You get this close and you're just a step away from what it's all about, and now you're going to go home tonight and you're going to second guess yourself to death. I know the feeling. It's happened to me before when I was at Weber. Fortunately for me, since I've been at Elgin, we've done it 3 times in a row now. We've won it. So it's a big ball game. It's a pressure game, but I had the kids just sit and talk to each other, and before the ball game, just talk about what it was like growing up, you know, and in the driveway, and knowing someday that every kid in the state of Illinois wants to get to play in the super sectional. And we just tried to relax them a little bit, and they were pretty good about it.
You're going to take on Whitney Young on Friday. Of course, I don't have to tell you what an assignment that is, but you've got everything to gain and really nothing to lose. If you lose to these guys, you say, well, we were supposed to. If you somehow knock them off, you're like Valpo for a day.
Well, we'll worry about Whitney Young tomorrow.
Yeah,
Stan does a great job. Q's a big-time player, and Gates and Henry and the rest of them. They're a super basketball team. I'll wake up tomorrow morning, or wake up about midnight tonight, or 1 o'clock in the morning, start worrying about them. And let's just enjoy tonight, and we'll worry about Whitney Young tomorrow.
Congratulations, Coach. Nice job. Jim Harrington, has he got a chance to, once again, as you heard, go down to Peoria in the big dance, as his Maroons knocked off a very tough Husky team, Naperville North, by a final tally of 69-58. That's going to wrap up our broadcast. Well, wonderful crew we have here. We appreciate our director, Rich Hirschberg. You'll get a chance as we begin to roll credits. All the Jones Intercable crew that was here at Chick Evans Fieldhouse. in DeKalb to make this game possible. And again, the Maroons trailing at the quarter break. At the half, they had another sensational third stanza, picked up a 6-point lead there and waltz away to a 69-58 win. Marcus Smallwood has a tremendous game, and now Elgin will take on Whitney Young down in Peoria, 12:15 on Friday afternoon. That game for cable viewers will be on Fox Sports Chicago. The first game, it will be on Friday at 12:15. So for the Huskies, it was a great season. You won 25, lost only 4. The Maroons will win and play another day as they up their mark to 30-1. So for our great cast and crew here at Jordan's Intercable, I'm Jeff Myers. We'll see you later.